Good morning, everyone. I hope you are very good. I am Veronique and I'm back with the new videos on Scope International. So this morning I'm going to speak about the way our EU citizen and international citizen can live and be partnership between the country. As I previously explaining to the testimony regarding DMP situations and also the propositions of connecting software between France and EU citizen, and it also included international too. In this case, I'm going into details regarding the different websites that is available and going through the step or explaining each step of it regarding the SAP, regarding the Info Connect, regarding the EU and also international agreements and to see how things can be done in terms of macroeconomic such as social, economic and environmental. So let me start with the SAP, caisse d'assurance maladie. As I said earlier, it is requiring, first of all, as I previously demonstrated and proposing the software and stuff like that, I'm going to give you a view of the link of the number of the populations that has into France in total. So it's the current number that has been established to the different websites such as INSEE and also EU. So you have a list of the informations of the number of people that are living there, the populations totals, and also the populations of the natality, the works, and so on. So let me start with informations that I collect from them. It's actually lists to the economic and the side of the number of people that live in France. I'm going to put the link so that you can see. And in total, we have like 17,449 million of people living in France, an habitant in France. And for the number of country that is into the territory of France is 52. The percentage of the bonds, the babies born is 10 to 20%. The total of dead people is 11 to 80%. Total of people dead is 8 to 20%, and the number of language that I speak is 225, and the PAP is 21,906 million for a PAB habitant of 2009 to 23 USM. In this case, we have such information that is really helpful to understand the macroeconomic of France. It also demonstrates the number of lists I have through it, demonstrate the number of billion of 2009 and the statistic that demonstrate the number of 17,042 million populations that live in France. They list a different type of country that is mainly located in France, such as mostly Europe, such as Portugal, Tunisia, Italy, Morocco, Turkey, Algeria, and Royaume-Uni, and also Africa. I'm going to put the link so that you can have more details regarding such information. Such as I said earlier regarding the macroeconomic and the market research to establish such information regarding developing the DMP system is really to understand the number of populations that live in France and acknowledge the number of immigrants that live in France, and also the link to the number of originally French was born in France, and those that came and got the nationality, and those who actually know French people. So it is very important to collect such information to actually going deeper to improving the informations. In this case, and also link it to the commissions of the Union European, and it's listing the informations that lists the number of populations that's in the Union European, and it's also listed the impact that can have impact linked to it. As you can see, in France we have a large number of populations are coming from Europe, international market, and international to live in France. And if the software is linked to based in database are linked to the European and international market, it's easier to create actually and improving the software. So in this case, as I said, regarding the democratic of EU French and also of internationals. So now I'm just now going to the informations of um, based on um, the Union European and so on. So in term of health, you have the informations like that's been linked to in term of health and focus on and make the research based on France, the number of hospital that has in France and the number of structure hospital public in France. The information is as added to it, and the number of personnel that's also working into it as well, into the professional how has such informations or are providing through it. I put it the link to it to the Facebook pages and also to YouTube so that you can see the number of hospitals that have locations in France and hospital structure from these different resources in C and in European. It also listed the fact of the agreement that has between the European markets, between European health, because we've been talking in terms of France, in South France, but as we live in France and democratic listed the number of populations that from EU and international, it's really important to acknowledge such information, the policy that the EU local agreement has actually put a common objective and a common pool resources to overcome the challenge in terms of health, in terms of any kind of problem that can happen based on the policy of the health of country, such as EU health policy actions help provide for EU country, summarize the EU legislations on health, EU health policy and actions help provide for EU country, EU card for disease, prevention controls, European Medicine Agency. And also regarding the current situations that we are going through based on the COVID-19. For those, for example, I've been talking about the case of going to Spain and living in Spain, but do not know how to enter the country if you are not doing the vaccine in France before to travel. What is the agreement that can have between the country? As I know, regarding going through the website of EU commissions, I found out that download the EU digital COVID certificate in European power and in concern reach the agreement of commissioner proposal actually make you the right to travel and then also give you the right to have any kind of health and vaccine and then prescriptions for any kind of professional there, so you are really covering through it regarding the current situations. Add with the digital green certificate, those two informations are really useful for any kind of EU citizen who would like to interest another country. You already have such informations that are available through the EU Commission's informations. Obviously, the QR code really would be added through it, but you can actually download the digital COVID certificate and a digital green certificate too. So I put the link there through, and the PDF will be acknowledged to the LinkedIn site. But I put the link so that you can click on it and find out much more information regarding that. Also, regarding such information that's really important based on the current situations with the Union European. I've been talking regarding DMP situation, but on DMP situations, when you add your information regarding your health situation, they also ask you your any kind of activity you made and so on. So, to going deeper, the topic of European country, from human rights to transport to trade informations, the relevant informations that the list in European is any kind of subject, because I was focused mainly for now in terms of health, also talking about in terms of home, in terms of workplace, and in terms of life in general. By traveling to another country, you must have such information. So the Union European list the information that there. So I'm coming back very soon. Let me go to the point I was talking early based on the testimony. So the SAP, the Caisse Assurance Maladie. I put the link on the Caisse Assurance Maladie. The Caisse Assurance Maladie has the following information, which is linked in the rights administrations, the refund or any pay that you made when you had prescriptions with doctors. The service army also has the DMP link that is there through it, where you can actually log in through it. And when you log in as a new one, you must have your carte vitale and through it, so that they can generate a code for you. And it's through online that you can make it, and also through the informations you can also make these creations via pharmacy, via your professional, your doctor. You can create that through it as well. And then the payment of any refund, any kind of type of the informations of when you left workplace, any document regarding your complimentary, like what I was talking early to the testimony. When you reach to France, if you want 100% of funding of help for the government to pay your health for free, so you can have the complimentary. And this is request you to provide your history of work, so that they can make a decisions. And I must inform these informations as the limit of dates. It can undertake 1 year or more than 1 year. So also you must have your carte vitals, because the carte vitals actually can actually make you going to see your doctor, and you can access to your information by adding to it. So the carte vital. There are some of them, they are not asking for the card, but I recommend you, regarding the situations, it's best to have the carte vitals. And also must create account family, and then and see all the details that is in there, because it's through the caisse assurance maladie, the sub informations that I link all those tools of CMU, of carte vital, or carte European, of DMP, of any other inform about your health in overseas through it. Everything is in through that website basically. And in through that website, as I said, regarding that, you can in France we have this online service which is called and France Connect. And France Connect, it's linked to having actually more than 20 million of 20,620,71 people are connected to France Connect. And it's actually making easy them to connect straight away through it. And they can connect from different sources from France, such as impôt.gov.fr, assurance maladie, identifications numériques, Mobile Connect of himself, Santé MST, Alicom, and also some agency of work such as Pôle Emploi. So you can straight away be connected to France Connect, to such information, such service, where you actually have those organizations already generate the informations of yourself through it. So when you connect through it, you can actually extract your information through it, the France Connect link, which is actually has different tools such as demonstrate your history of work, your history of study, your history of tax paid, your history of home, your history of families is actually linked through it. And it's very good, because when you are located to those services, it actually facilitates you to control your information, and it's really secure, because when you enter to those services, you are only the one who have the code. And in this code, if you miss it around, you can contact that company, that, and they will send you your information to the code to contact to protect your information. Or simply you can just connect into our Info Connect and have all the link of your information through it. But mainly what I recommend is really to be linking to those service organizations, so that your data are very secure. In terms of that, when you have such information that's linked to it, it's the SAP and the Info Connect are linked. So it means that Info Connect actually control the SAP, because the SAP is a service who can actually help to connect to France Connect. So if I make France Connect connect to Impôt Assurance Maladie Identifications Numérique Agency, it's actually controlling all the informations. In terms of the development of the software that I've been proposing, by making some software from different platforms according to the 13 region in France that compose 101 departments, So 101 departments, 14 regions has a number of departments to their regions, and that's why it's been located 4 departments based on the hill, because we have in France people from hill, from Caribbean. So there are 4 of them: Martinique, Guadeloupe, Ile-de-France, and Réunion, and they are linked to some region in France. So that's why it's calling 4 department with 4 platform with a reference that is linked to different departments and regions in France. And this is actually can control the data of the information of the people living into it. This is control France. Now, in terms of in European, if you are looking in European, I was saying early, it's very important to acknowledge that the different lists of the informations that in European can provide about the human rights and then information such as for business, agriculture, agriculture, industry, culture, customs, development, corporations, education, training, youth, employment, social affairs, energy, environment, food safety, was and foreign security policy, health, humanitarians, and civil protection, human rights, and demands justice of fundamental rights, regular policy, research, innovation, simple market, taxation, trade, transport. All of that are linked to the European, and you can basically have all the information that you are seeking for entrance EU, or you have business that you can control your informations. And that's why it's so important that you can have many other way of developing the software. We're already talking about the way that you can control your informations according to the health focus on the software. Now, in terms of work and everything is connected through it and for Connect. Even business are connected to it. So it's very important to acknowledge that. And fortunately, there is an international agreement like EU. I'm going to speak about, because now I've been speaking about the European and France. So now let me speak about the impact that international also have via the market, because over here we're really talking about through the number we found out that the number of immigrants for different town and from different country. The data demonstrate that the population, from the statistics, demonstrate that there are higher percentage of Asia living into Europe, 60 over the world, 60.4%. In EU, 7.3%. Africa, 14.8%. Oceania, 0.5%. North America, 5%. Latin American, 8.6%. Europe, 3%. And this is actually demonstrated that it's in a global of 3.3 million of those people who live in France, which is kind of a lot. So in this case, I believe that it must be acknowledged, and the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of France, immigrations for asile, for people from different countries that are living in France, that are seeking for the way they're improving their family life, the home, in a different country. You can find out more information that I'm going to link into it, so that you can really see what can be improved regarding that. Now that I have provided this, there is an international agreement that made between EU and international agreements that legally made between the CV and more than EU country on international organizations. So the EU international activity actually set up to the title of Trade in European Union and the Part 5 of the Trade and the Functions of EU. So also for the people who want to travel, like such as us, if you want to live, for example, in Australia or America or China or Nigeria or Canada, Brazil, Mexico, what else, Oceanic, Russia, all those countries, these service like a proper organization or over EU providing international health that 25 years unexpected free of charge work agreement in EU countries. So basically they can advise you to choose what type of service that you can make it when you reach a country. Sometimes you can have a third party work and propose you some information so that you can easily and trust the country. And because, as I said to the previous videos, you must understand the market of the macroeconomic of the country when you wanted to live through it. So it requires you to make your own research in deeper way according to what you are looking for. But fortunately, there are some third-party company like that can provide you easily and quicker the information that we want to seek. But if you want to be independent regarding the information that you wanted to connect it, you can just checking through the country democratic in terms of the consular informations, website information, so you can find out. But the most easy way to get such information easily is through the consular. The consular has the capability to share you all the information that when you wanted to reach a country. So that's easier and faster as well. So the employment social affairs include the report and list and employment package, EU immigrants and supporting entrepreneurs, self-employees, lifting employees, health safety. So this actually globally protect all the world. So in this case, I believe that I summarize so many and share so many informations regarding the DMP development software between EU and France that impacting through it. And through the market and the macroeconomic statistics has been found out that EU citizens are mainly focused on Europe, and international people are living through it as well. So that's really impacting also the health of the service that protect the data and understanding how to improve the life of the poor people that live in there. And also add with the workplace, lodgement, home, family, opportunity, all this stuff has really into it through it as well, because some many service that providing from France make them be connected through law and also agency of works, health, that has also linked through ask you questions of where you are going when you're traveling. If you're traveling for a position somewhere, you must acknowledge them. For example, the SAP, that's the organization that's really help you to link straight away through it there, so that when you come back, you just say, this is where I've been, and they can record through the system. It's easy and fast, and you also can declare where you work, your pay slips, and the history of your contracts and so on. It's facilitating you to have the different resources of the country. And for go deep and deep on that, I believe in terms of reaching another country, it's very, so far well done. It's really good to have the information via the consular, but also third party also information, or also getting the information independently by yourself. So I'm going to put the link of it, so you can basically click on it and then decide which one is allocated to what you are looking for. And if you have any questions regarding everything that I've been said, feel free to ask me, and then I will be very, very, very pleased to answer. Thank you very much, and then I'll see you later for the new videos. Thank you.